In this lesson, we're going to talk about how to create a profile that gets results. First off, you can browse content on Pinterest without signing up. But in order to get the most out of the platform and truly engage with it, you'll need to create an account. It is easy to do, fast, easy. You can sign up using an email address and a password, or you can sign in using your Facebook or Google account. There's also an option to sign up for a free business account. Although your personal account and business account can be separate, they can also be converted back and forth. So I'm going to give you the simple and straightforward approach to setting up your Pinterest business account for best results. We'll talk about what to include in your Pinterest profile, where to include the important components, and why each component is important. I always like to know the why behind doing things. It's just because I'm a questioner at heart here. So before we get into the details of optimizing your Pinterest business account profile for best results, let's get just a couple things out of the way here. First off, you'll likely hear me say this more than once, but it's important for you to reframe your thinking about Pinterest from a social media platform to a visual search engine. This is going to influence how you engage with it, and it's way more accurate representation. So Pinterest is a visual search engine, not a social media platform. It's very different than every other platform out there. Number two, Pinterest is more of a long game strategy, or slow burn, as so many other Pinterest experts call it, meaning it takes commitment, it takes care, it takes patience to see real ongoing results from Pinterest. But once you get all the parts working together, it can produce some pretty amazing results. Third, and finally, Pinterest is not a one-size-fits-all platform. Okay, there are not exact formulas and strategies that will give you a quick fix or overnight success. And I see too many people throw in the towel on Pinterest just because they tried a couple things after watching some YouTube videos and it didn't work, so they quit. And I always encourage those who I hear expressing frustration with this platform, or really any other one, to not make any knee-jerk reactions. Give it time, right? Now, when it comes to your Pinterest business account, keywords are the foundation of all of this. So to put it simply, when a Pinterest user comes to the platform, then they have what is called searcher intent, right? They're looking for something. They're there to find something specific, to put it simply. Okay. They want an idea or inspiration, or they want to buy something. And the way they do that is by using the search bar and typing in specific words or phrases that will help them find exactly what they're looking for. These words or phrases are keywords for our purposes here. And there are four main places to insert keywords on Pinterest. The first one is going to be your personal profile. First place to insert keywords is your personal profile. Number two is going to be business board titles, or Pinterest board titles, rather. Number three is going to be in your board descriptions. So when you create a board, you can put in a description. You want keywords in the title and the description. And lastly is in each of your separate pin descriptions. You also want keywords in there so that you want making sure all of your content will be found. Now, I've got 5 quick tips I'm going to go through here to help you set up your Pinterest profile. First thing that is important is to select a high quality photo for your profile. You do want it to be of you, right? Doesn't matter if you're a business or if it's a personal profile, I would still create a photo on your profile that's you. Don't skip this step just because you think you have it figured out either. A good profile photo can draw in potential clients just as easily as a poor one can repel them. Okay. If you don't place an importance on this component of your profile, you're likely to miss out on leads and potential sales in the future. So a good profile picture should clearly show your face. I mentioned this already. Try to avoid group photos, pictures of your dogs, as much as you want to include those. I've got them on my funnel. I don't have them as a profile picture, right? Have a simple background, something that's not going to be all cluttered or distracting from what's going on, the important piece, which will be your face, the personalization piece of it. And last but not least, you want some consistency for easy brand recognition. If you have a certain color scheme, or if you want to use the same picture on all of your social media platforms, just so it's easy to recognize that it's you and not somebody else or someone pretending to be you, those are all very helpful in a profile photo. Next, you want to pay attention to your profile name. So with the profile name, a lot of people kind of struggle with this. And I'm going to give you a little secret for composing your profile name too. And it all comes down to keywords, which again, we'll get into a little bit more in a second here. So here's where you're going to get the most bang for your buck with your profile name is you want to use your first name and then either a hyphen or one of those vertical lines or a colon, and then your main niche keyword. Okay, using your first name, even if you've got an agency or a brand or a business that's not your name, will help users connect with you on a more personal level. And that's important online. The next thing you want to include is that main niche keyword that will give users context to what your content is about. Okay, so name and your main niche keyword all in your profile title, and you can put any type of separator or divider between your name and the keyword that you'd like. Next, you want to create a clear bio description for yourself. So you'll notice there's going to be a section for you to type something into your bio. And again, your bio description is all about keywords, right? I know I said this several times already, but it is important. Keywords are the way Pinterest recognizes your content and categorizes it. So the more precise you can get with your keywords, the more you increase your chances of Pinterest serving up your content to users who are searching for it. Now, your Pinterest bio should tell readers who you are and what you're up to in a very concise format. They're going to show 160 characters without clicking the read more. So like 2 lines roughly. Don't overthink it. Just let your personality show through and remember that you're writing for real humans. We're all people. You can also include a link, a website URL if you've got a domain name or you want to use a bit.ly link or something like that. That's all good too. I would get something into your profile that does connect to a website. And just overall, your bio should be 1 to 2 sentences. It should flow relatively easily. Don't forget to include those niche specific keywords that will help Pinterest serve up your content. And just don't overthink it. It can always be updated later on. A couple other points here. Keep your boards relevant too. So on Pinterest, there are pins and boards, right? We already talked about this. The boards on your Pinterest business account should all be relevant to your niche. Okay, so basically what I mean here, if you are, let's say, a fashion blogger, you wouldn't want to have a board titled DIY woodworking crafts, right? Because that's not specifically related to your niche. Okay, if you happen to have boards that are completely unrelated to your niche on your Pinterest business account, then you can edit the settings, the privacy settings for that board to make it a secret board. Or you could just move it to a personal account if you want to create a separate account for your personal self and your business so that you can keep all of the niche specific things on the business account and the other interesting things on your personal account. Or you could just set it as secret, like I said, and that will allow you to still see the content pinned there, but it won't show on your profile for guests and visitors. It'll just keep things looking streamlined. And last but not least here, when you're setting up your profile, align your keywords. Okay, create continuity and consistency by using the same or similar keywords in multiple places on your Pinterest business account, starting with your profile name, your bio, your board names, your board descriptions, and finally your pin descriptions. Keywords go in everything. Try to use the same or similar keywords all over so that you rank higher and more of your content shows up for that qualified audience. And when you can align the keywords straight from your profile name down to your pin description, then you increase the chances of Pinterest showing your content to users searching for those keywords. That's it. Those are the 5 simple ways to optimize your profile for your Pinterest business account. Let me go ahead and share this with you guys. So here is a brand new Pinterest account. I just came to pinterest.com. I'm going to click sign up. As I mentioned before, you can include your email address, password, sign up this way. You can continue with Facebook, or you can continue with a Google account. And I'm just going to sign up with an email over here. Now you all know how old I am. So we'll create an account. This isn't a personal account that I'm creating right here. So you'll notice when you get signed in on a personal account, most of you are already going to have personal accounts. So we'll just continue through here. It's going to ask you what you're interested in, different things that you're supposed to pick. And I think it is going to make me pick things on here. So I'm just going to go across and pick 5. Let's say done. This is going to create my account. And this is more for those of you guys that have personal accounts. You're going to log in and it's always going to be your personal account, right? Here's my personal account right here. What you can choose if you already have a personal account is to convert to business. And you'll notice that the business account gives you more publishing tools, and ads manager, some analytics, and other things that you can do. They do call it upgrade, but it is free. So when you sign up, if you didn't create a business account, you can upgrade a personal account right here, or I could have just selected a business account right from the beginning. Now, when you're building out your profile, this was a profile name. So I mentioned you wanted to include your name and some sort of divider. It could be something like this. I usually like the vertical line. You could do like a colon or a hyphen or something like that. But I like this little divider right here. And then we want to tell people a little bit about what we do. Okay, so maybe I want to type in digital marketing and affiliate marketing coach, something like that. Do I have a website? If you have a domain name or a bit.ly link or a website of some sort that you want to connect on here, definitely go ahead and put that in. So let's just do I think I have something on that domain. Your focus here, there aren't a whole lot to go off of for those of us that are in this affiliate marketing, coaching, business space. So I would either do education, or you could just choose other, and you can type in a focus right here. What are your goals? Goals, it really doesn't matter what you choose here. It's not going to influence the platform a whole lot. But let's just say generate leads, drive traffic, and create content. Again, it doesn't really matter what you pick there. You could choose any 3. It's not going to influence the platform in any way. Now, when it's asking to describe your business, what I usually choose is creator, influencer, public figure, or celebrity. It's the same idea when you're creating a page on Facebook. Usually it'll be public figure and then entrepreneur. So here's what we want to choose here. And that should be it. Now I've got a business account on here where I can start sharing things. You'll notice the business hub allows you to do a handful of different things that are not on the personal account. And let me just show you, if I were to come into my profile now, I will have other options that pertain more specifically to the business. So it'll allow me to add a website in here. I can add a retail location if I have one. It will also allow me to claim a website, or that's actually right here. Claim a website or a Shopify store or something like that, which just helps raise your authority on here. So if you're sending people to your site and you've claimed it, it can help reach more people. And the next steps, like I said, is to put in a description, put in a cover photo, a personal photo here. So let's say I'm going to grab a photo of myself. I'll just choose something quick, which showcases my face, like I mentioned previously, but will also have a not so distracting background right here. That one's pretty simple. Right in this about section here is where you would tell your story or share something about your business, basically. I'll just paste that in here. Pronouns, this is optional. If you want to do this, you can. You don't have to. Username is going to be how people get to your page. So it'll be pinterest.com/username. And usually you want this to be based off of your brand or your business name as well. So I'm just going to stay consistent here and call this Marketing Coach Drew. Email address. When you signed up with an email address on your personal account, I don't think it's going to let you use the same one here. I'm not going to put in a phone number, and I don't have a retail location, so we'll save that. Okay, so I've got my business email address, my business website, my username is set up, my about section, my title right here. I've got a picture of myself. So if we take a look at it, this is how it's going to look. Okay, so I just had to refresh my page because it wasn't showing the cover here. But if you want to add a cover, this is the option to do that. This is one I designed specifically for this purpose here. And if you want to change that at any time, you always can. But here's something just really quickly thrown together here. And that would be a decent profile.